Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and today I'm going to show you how to build a dark oak forest house in Minecraft. Welcome back to my tutorial series where I'm building a house for every main biome in the game. Make sure you subscribe to catch any of the new builds that we do, and you can also check out the playlist that will be linked in the description down below where you can find all of the other houses that have already been done. Alongside the playlist link that's in the description, you can also find a full list of materials that we're going to need to make this build. The bulk of this build is made up of all of these different stone variants, which is going to result in a really confusing tutorial if I show you where each of these are placed individually, in what order, with the texture that's there, especially when we start adding in slabs and stairs. So instead, to simplify things, we're going to go one side at a time, and from a third person angle, you'll be able to see the whole side of the wall, and you can pause the video, copy it, and then we'll go from there. We'll actually start with the base of the build, which is a 9x7 rectangle made entirely up of mossy cobblestone and regular cobblestone. From there, we have the front of the house, which is one of the longer sides, so one that is 9 blocks long, not 7. Make sure it's one of the longer ones. Then we'll do the other side round the back, which of course is the other long-sided section. Then we have the right side of the build, so if you're looking at the front, you want to come around to the right, and this is that side. And then the final side, which is the left side, should be looking like this. Usually for my tutorials, I would build them all out of one block type and then add in the texture afterwards. But for this, you can see we've made a bit of a gradient and it's just a little bit harder to show in the tutorial. So hopefully this was okay for you guys to follow. Now we're going to start work on the roof outline. So come to one of the shorter sides here, either the left or the right. Grab 2 dark oak stairs and we're just going to place them upside down on the top 2 corners, with a regular stair coming off the back and a dark oak trapdoor underneath, and do that on this side too. Then essentially we can just kind of follow that pattern minus the trapdoor and staircase our way up. So you want to do regular stair, upside down, and then just repeat that pattern until eventually we do get up to the middle where they meet in the center, and we can have a single upside down stair with a slab on top of that one. And then you can go ahead and copy what we've just done there round to the other shorter side too. Once you have those 2 roof edges done, we can then come to the front of the build, and we're going to once again place 2 upside down dark oak stairs. Then we'll grab some dark oak trapdoors, and starting on the left hand side here, in line with the stair, so on these stone blocks, we're going to have 1, then we're going to skip 3, and then place 3 more. Then we can grab some more trapdoors, and we're going to need to crouch when we place these down, but we just want to have a line of them going all the way over, slightly above the other trapdoors, from one stair to the other. Then we can come around the back and do a very similar thing, starting with the upside down stairs, and we'll begin on the left hand side again. We're going to have 2 this time, then leave a gap of 1, and have 4 more going all the way across. And then once more, we just want to have that line of trapdoors from one stair to the other. So with the roof outline all done, we can now start filling it in with some of these stripped dark oak logs. And we're actually going to begin at the top of the build, and we're going to place 2 stripped dark oak wood blocks just next to these slabs. These are exactly the same as the regular logs, just without that top texture. So we're doing that because we can have some regular logs in the middle, but on the outside we don't want that texture. We want a nice smooth texture, same as the rest of it. So we'll do that all the way across the top at the middle. Then we can come to the back side of the build here, so on this section of the roof, and essentially do the exact same thing. So we're going to have stripped dark oak wood next to all of those stairs, and then we just want to connect them from one side to the other with the regular logs. We're using the regular logs just because they're a little bit cheaper than the wood blocks, so you can save yourself some resources. As for the front side of the roof, we actually have a chimney and a window here, which means it's a little bit different to the back. We don't just simply fill it all in, but we are going to start in the same way by placing a stripped dark oak wood against all of these stair blocks on the side. Then for this bottom line, we do actually do the same as before and just have a long line of logs going all the way across. Then for the next line, we actually want to just grab some temporary blocks to begin with, and we're going to place 2 here. That's where the chimney is going to go. Then we're going to place 2 regular logs. Then we're going to have 3 temporary blocks connecting up to this side. This is where the window is going to go. Then on the top log, we go across 1, 2, 3, and 4 logs. Then we have a stripped dark oak wood, and then another wood block right here. So as I said, the chimney is going on this side here where we have these 2 blocks. So go ahead and get rid of them and replace them with some brick blocks. Then add 2 more brick blocks on top of that. Then 4 more and 4 more again. So this should be 1, 2, 3 and 4 blocks high where we can just slap some campfires on the top of it. So our chimney is nice and animated and has a smoking top to it. Then very simply, we just want to cover all 4 sides with some spruce trapdoors. As for the window over here, once again, go ahead and get rid of the temporary blocks. And we're going to have 2 planks like this on either side with a stair in the middle. Go ahead and cover the front of these 2 planks up with a dark oak trapdoor. Then we're going to have 2 more trapdoors on top of these blocks with 2 slabs in the middle. And of course, a white stained glass pane for our window. With the roof now all done, we can actually head on inside with our spruce planks in hand, and what we're going to do is pretty much add in all of the walls and our windows. So we're going to start on the left hand side right here, and we're just going to place 5 spruce planks across that block right there, so 1 up from the floor. Then we'll leave a block and do 5 across once again, and then we'll do 2 on either side. Then on the other side over here, we're going to do the same thing to begin with. 5 across the bottom, leave a gap, 5 across the top, but we're just going to do 1 on either side this time. Then on what is the back of the build, once again, 5 across the bottom and 5 up here. But this time we're going to add 1 block here and 2 blocks here. You can kind of see what we're doing with all of our windows, which will make sense when we go outside the build. But on the front side here, we just want to go 3 across, 3 across the top, 2 blocks here, and then we just want to add 4 here for our doorway. And then we can just go ahead and add in our white stained glass panes on all of these gaps, and then we can actually head outside. And as you can see, we've basically just lined up all of our windows with the center of our blocks and the spaces that we left with our stone from earlier. Whilst we still have these blocks on hand, we're actually going to come back inside the build here, and on the 2 longer sides, we're going to have 7 spruce planks going across like that, connecting up to the roof blocks, and then same again over here. And then on this side where we have our window, we're going to have 2 planks either side, upside down stair in the middle, plank on top, and then a white stained glass pane here. It's now time to add in the final details and finishing touches to the exterior of the build. So we're going to start at the front here, and we're just going to grab 2 barrels and pop inside, face outwards, and then just place 2 barrels facing towards us either side of the doorway. So it should look like this. We just want the back texture of the barrel. In between them, we can have a spruce stair with a spruce plank behind it, and then a spruce door on the back of that plank block. So we have our doorway to get inside the house. Then we're going to have 2 brick walls either side on top of the barrels, and then 2 spruce fences on top of them, and 2 more brick walls with a lantern right in the center. Then moving around to the right side of the build, just in front of these 3 windows, we're going to have 3 coarse dirt, cover them up with some spruce trapdoors, and this is essentially a planter. So you can put whatever you'd like on top of here, flowers, saplings, just go careful they don't grow. But I'm going to use berries because I quite like the pop of red next to all of these blocks we have here. And then we also just need to pop a lantern on top of that stone brick slab. For the back of the build here, we can start by crouching and placing a chain underneath that single trapdoor where we left the gap with a lantern underneath. Then we're going to place a stonecutter just underneath this stone stair, and essentially we're going to turn this into a sawmill, or that's what it's going to look like anyway. So to the right hand side, we just want to crouch and place 3 logs that are going through, about to be chopped up by the stonecutter. Of course, this is just generally helpful to have in survival, that's why I'm including it, along with it's a nice little detail around the back here. But what we want to do now is just add the log pile. So we're going to add 1 block here facing towards us, 1 log with a regular one on top, another one here facing upwards, and then 1 to the side like that. And then we can actually go ahead and place some campfires, and when we extinguish them, they kind of look like smaller versions of these logs. So we're going to have 1 here, and then we'll just face the side and place another one, and then face the other side and place 1 more here. And it's just a nice detail around the back of the build to add a bit of life to it. And for the final side over here, the left hand side of the build, we're going to start by adding a chain and a lantern right up there in the center with a flower pot and something inside of it just underneath that window there. And then over in this corner, we're just going to add a little stack of barrels, chests, storage, that sort of stuff, just to kind of fill in this empty gap that we have. So on this block right here, we'll have a barrel with a chest on top of it. Then come to the side and face another chest forward, and then we're going to make a little compost bin that we can put a oak trapdoor on top of, and if you want you can actually fill it up with some compost to make it look like it's doing its job. So there we go, that is the exterior of the build all done. We're now ready to head on inside and start work on the interior. So we're actually going to be squeezing an enchanting station into this tiny house. It's very limited on room, but it fits, so I think it's a good addition. We're actually going to start by facing our big window here with the berries, and we're going to have 5 bookshelves across the back like that. Then we're going to have 1, 2, 3 either side, just like so. And then from this side over here, we want to add 1, 2, 3, and 4 more for a total of 15, which is all you need. So the rest of the blocks can actually be oak planks. So we'll have one here. And as you can see, it's the same top texture, so it looks pretty seamless. And then we're just going to fill in the rest of these blocks here with some more oak planks. We're going to build our staircase up to the next level just on the left hand side over here. So we're going to have one stair here, another here, and a third one there. And we just want to add some upside down stairs underneath those blocks right there. Then we can add 2 oak slabs here and just basically bring that all the way across to these blocks here with 1 more slab right there. And there we go, that's the second floor all built. But we're going to come back down for now and finish up with our enchanting station. Now there's not much room for storage in here, so we're actually going to build some barrels into the floor that can be used as storage as well. So what we're going to do is take all of these blocks, all 9 of them, down by 3, and that way we're going to be able to place in some upside down barrels. So I'm just going to say stand in the middle here, and we just want to crouch and just place all 8 of these going all the way around, making sure you have that underside texture, and from the top we should have this one. So we're just going to go ahead and fill the rest of these blocks in so we don't get any mob spawns down here, and then we can just pillar up from the center and slap our enchanting table right in the center. Now it's not going to hurt to have some more storage, so we are going to place in a little bit more, starting with a double chest right there next to the small window, and we're just going to place 2 spruce trapdoors underneath it, serving as a bit of a shelf. Then over on this side with this window, we're going to have 2 furnaces and a crafting table with a chest on top of the crafting table and a lantern on top of this left furnace. So that's the downstairs all done. We can now come upstairs, and we're going to start by facing this wall over here, and we're going to have 3 more barrels for even more storage, and then we're just going to place some spruce trapdoors on top of them and 1 more in the center here and just fold them all shut so it's pretty seamless at the back here. We also just want to quickly pop downstairs and grab another lantern because we're going to have a little bit more lights here up just in front of that window. And then we can grab our loom, and we just want to kind of shimmy ourselves as close as we can to the corner without actually getting on this block, and click right in the corner there, and we're going to place our loom. Basically, we want to hide this texture. So if it's easier, just kind of break the blocks outside, but try and not get that one and just get the side texture. Then it kind of looks like a set of drawers. But we're going to have a bed in front of it. Any color is absolutely fine. And we're going to have a spruce sign on the end just to go at the foot of the bed. Another little detail to add in. And then we want a flower pot with something inside on top of our loom. And last but not least, we just want to stick a painting on this brick block here. 1, to cover it up, and 2, to add in a nice painting. So there we go, everybody. That's going to do it for the video. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and it helped you out. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.